the RX Muscle Studios, this is the Heavy Muscle Show. With your host, Dave Palumbo. Featuring Jimmy Pelleccia, Jeremy the Casting Director, Pete the Intern, Magnus the Magnificent, and holding it down in the background, Jeff the Producer. This is the Heavy Muscle Show.
Welcome to another episode of the Heavy Muscle Show. We're here in Westbury, New York at the RX Muscle Studios. And tonight's episode is going to focus on dating, meeting women, pickup lines, and is it all real? And is there a system to systematize finding a girlfriend? Now, Jimmy, you've probably dated more women in your day than any one of us on this panel, right? Would you say that's true?
I really don't want to, really pat myself in the back, but yes, that is true.
Okay,
I've dated a large amount of women.
Now, you had a slight advantage in the sense that you were like a celebrity in the bodybuilding industry in the power world. So kind of people knew who you were, and you were very larger than
Jeff
life.
told me last week, but you
were larger than life. So when people saw you, even if they didn't know who you were, they knew you were probably someone.
Oh, absolutely.
Important.
Well, I had that aura about me. There had to be somebody or something. Or,
I noticed you're
I was going somewhere, even though I was going nowhere. But I had that appearance.
You could have been a contender.
I could have been a contender.
You might have been a contender.
I might have been a contender.
Tonight you look like...
I don't know if I was. I might have been.
You look like Stallone from the movie Get Carter. You look like you're going to break some some
I just came back. I had to go visit some people.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You had a little job.
Yeah, I needed extra money. What was I going to do?
Did you? Were you successful at extracting?
Yeah, it was at an auto body shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, is this your tough guy outfit when you go out?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it puts on a different persona. It puts me in a mood.
You got a sport jacket. You look good.
Because when you dress, depending on what you wear is how you feel, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're wearing like a little shorts, you feel like scared.
I noticed that you changed your drink as you got into a tougher outfit. You got Jägermeister.
Right.
Is that when you're in the tough outfit? You have to.
Usually when I go out and I got to do a little job, I usually bring a few of these with me. Because it takes down the fear of maybe getting caught or So I when I have a few of these, I really don't give a rat's ass anymore. So
how many of those have you eaten? Have you drank?
I had about 6 of these already. This will be my 7th one here.
Right. Okay. Well,
drink them warm. This way to get a bigger bang out of it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to drink it chilled, but I don't.
No. Well, you're hardcore.
I just go straight up, man.
Well, putting you aside,
backseat, I just
putting you aside, a lot of bodybuilders in the industry, people who work out are very insecure.
Right.
That's usually why they get into the weight training, to feel better about themselves, and they have trouble.
I never really analyzed that.
I think so. Jeff, wouldn't you say that's the case?
I get into it because I just wanted to.
I didn't ask you. I'm not saying you personally.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
No, I said in general.
Jimmy, I'm throwing off. I heard my name. I thought he wanted me to talk.
No, I was saying I was saying to Dave how nice you were last week. You were saying that I was like somewhat of a celebrity in the bodybuilding world.
Well, let's get back to this thing. But I think that a lot of bodybuilders feel insecure with themselves, and they get into the working out to make themselves have more confidence. I think I got into it for that reason.
Well, you never saw when you were a kid. You never saw the Charles Atlas comics.
Of course. Well, I wanted to look good, but I also felt like it was going to give me more respect.
The thing that made me want to work out was Arnold. I saw him in Terminator, and that's it. I mean, I wanted that chest. I wanted to look like him.
But let's face it. We all start working out.
Have you accomplished that, Jeff?
No, not yet.
We all start working out because we want to impress the opposite sex initially. Then it becomes something more than that, like what you did with your career and I did with my career.
I think I trained for a whole different reason.
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I think that your whole life is driven by the PUSSY.
No, pussy was always my main thing. I didn't start training for pussy. I already had pussy. I didn't have
but
to
you
lift
thought you
weights
could get a better quality of it.
For fucking pussy.
You could have a better quality of it.
I started training because, I was always in the bars fighting and stuff like that. So I started training martial arts and weight training.
So survival, it was a job.
It was like a survival, right? I was in survival mode. So that's why I started training. I wanted to train because I wanted to smash some motherfucking teeth, some guy's head across a bar.
But I was explaining to you.
Fly like chiclets.
You are not the typical.
Dad was going to steal his fucking girlfriend and fuck her while he was out cold on the floor. That was my deal when I was younger. When I was in my 20s, I was a fucking animal.
Give me some of that,
and you knew me.
But that's why you're not a typical guy. I'm talking about the typical bodybuilder who gets into it is because they're insecure by nature.
I would have to agree.
Okay. However, what a lot of these guys find out, and we have some experts here tonight. We're going to talk to them a little bit later. I think Jeremy might be the. Did you get into working out for the chicks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right. We've talked about this before. And I did the same thing when I first started. And the trick is that you realize that after a while that you might have the physique, but you necessarily don't have the game, or you still don't know how to talk to women, or you might be shy about it. In my situation, I started gaining a lot of notoriety.
Did you start training home, or did you went to a gym right away?
I started, in garages with friends of mine, and then I wound up in the gym. But
I respect that. How about you, Jeremy? Did you start in a garage, or you went right to the gym?
No, right in my basement.
I did, okay.
It was a money thing. If I had the money, I probably would have gone right to the gym too. But
See, when I started, what happened was my father.
Make your own
my father died when I was very young,
right?
And my neighbor was a homicide detective, so he felt bad. 6-8 months later, and he came over with these Sears plastic weights, so I had to make like a homemade bar,
right?
And I started, he was teaching me how to lift. I was only 14 years old,
right?
And that's how I started to get into it. And then besides the fact that I was already nuts,
shaped your whole life.
You turned me on to it. It was nice.
Well, let's get back to what I was saying. Most bodybuilders don't know how to talk to women. And we've had Jeff Magic on the show before. He's going to be back tonight.
Right.
And we've had other people talk about, there's different techniques that guys have developed, almost like formulas of how to address women.
I've heard his techniques, though, before this guy.
Right. But they work, because a lot of people have been using them.
I don't know if they work, man. He told me last time I got to go up to a girl and ask if she peed herself.
You don't need anything. You don't need any help.
I'm going to walk up to a strange girl in a bar and say, hey, babe, how you doing? Wow, did you pee yourself? I mean, how the fuck is that going to get over?
See, you're ruined already. You can't be shaped. Your mind has already been molded.
And you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
No, that's right. That's right.
I have to agree.
For those who feel enough is not enough and failure is not an option. For those, there's Gamma Labs Pre-Training Formula, the next generation pre-workout supplement, a human enhancement formula designed to build a superior athlete. More power, more speed, more endurance, more mental focus, more of you.
Evolutionary Nutrition, the Species line of products champion original thinking and carries that thought process to its logical conclusion in the form of unique supplements that strictly adhere to the core nutritional principles of Dave Palumbo, founder of Species Nutrition. Visit speciesnutrition.com to purchase the next generation of high-quality supplements available today that fully adhere to the theory of natural selection, which insists that only the fit survive. Speciesnutrition.com. This is the Heavy Muscle Show. With your host, Dave Palumbo.
This is the X-Man, Tony Freeman. You're watching RX Muscle. Keep watching for the best bodybuilding coverage on the net.
But we have young guys in here, and
that's true. Like Pete, he's still learning
tonight,
how to get pussy. He's still chasing
we have
pussy.
not just one.
Jeremy just cracked it.
We have two experts. We have two experts here tonight. We have Jeff Magic, who's back on the set.
Did
Jeff,
he write a
welcome
book,
back.
this guy, Jeff Magic?
No, he did not write a book. He's got his Don Johnson, Miami Vice.
When he writes a fucking book, then I'll maybe I'll read it.
And we also have a good friend of mine who was a prodigy of mine in bodybuilding a number of years ago, Brian Harris from Mineola. He's
how you doing?
Now, I want to start. Everyone knows Jeff's story. We're going to get to Jeff in a little bit. I want to start with you, Brian, because how did you get into this whole, dare I say, I know Jeff doesn't like this term, pickup artist world, so to speak?
I mean, it started a couple of years back. Just a friend of mine was going through some things. A friend of yours too, and he was actually all upset about breaking up with a girlfriend, and he was doing all this research about it, and he was like, "Oh, he actually got a friend, a salesman, call me up, and he was like, "Could you please, join with your friend? It'd be a good experience for you." And I was like, at the time, I was like, "What the hell?" And I just went with it.
Yeah, you were a good-looking kid, growing up. It wasn't like you were a bad-looking kid. You could attract women. You got into weight training early. Obviously, what was your motivation for originally weight training?
Pussy.
Was it the women?
Jesus. I started at like 13 years old. I don't think I was thinking about pussy. I just wanted to look good at that point.
Right.
But
for who?
You mean you weren't jerking off at 13 years old?
13 years old, yeah, I was probably jerking off, but I don't think my motivation was to go get pussy at that age. No, probably not.
All right, I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, so at what point did you say to yourself, you know what, I'm not comfortable talking to women? How old were you?
Probably all through, middle school, high school, the whole bit. My couple buddies of mine were getting late in high school. I was like a late bloomer.
Right. And you were a good-looking guy. It wasn't like you were a bad-looking guy.
Yeah, I was just, I guess I was just shy or nervous. I was a shy kid. I was an introverted type of kid in high school.
Now, Brian was second place at the teen nationals. And what year was that?
2005.
Who won that show? You remember?
Gerald Williams.
Oh, right. Gerald Williams won the overall there that year.
Yeah, good memory.
And I think was Trey Brewer in that show too?
Yeah, Trey Brewer.
Trey Brewer was won his class. Kuklo was in there,
Kuklo.
right? Yeah, he was in that class.
Wow.
I mean, he was really up there with those guys. But obviously, bodybuilding wasn't as important to you. You stopped doing it. I mean, you train for yourself now.
Yeah, right.
When you first went to that first course, or so to speak, on how to pick women up, what was it like? A light went off you? A lot of guys say it was like a revelation for them almost.
Yeah, it exposed me to some new, things. It was definitely expanded my comfort zone because it was something I was, wasn't used to doing. I wasn't used to seeing, guys walk up to strangers like 50 million times during. It was something new. It was expanding what I did.
Now, at what point did the whole pickup thing turn into more than that? Because I mean, when I knew you had no tattoos. Now you got tattoos on your face, your head, your hands, your neck. I mean, is that part of the whole lifestyle?
No, it had nothing to do. I had none then either when I was doing.
No, I mean as you got into the lifestyle, because I know that there's a lot of times the guys like to stand out from the crowd, so to speak. Is that some?
No, it had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with that. I guess I was just at that point. My friend was doing it, and I'm not getting charged for him anymore. And I just kept going back and back. It almost became therapeutic for me. It was like I wasn't paying any money. I didn't have a lot of money. I just kept going back and back. I guess I was addicted to the needle. I don't know. People say I liked it. I liked going back and back.
And you're still doing it. You're still practicing.
Tattoos? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm talking about tattoos and picking up women.
Yeah, I don't think they had anything to do with each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to defer to Jeff Magic. Jeff Magic, who's writing notes to himself there. Talking to the microphone, please. I want your expert opinion on my good friend Brian Harris here, who's a clean-cut kid, had no tattoos. Now he was very introverted. Now he's very well-spoken. He's not afraid to talk to people. He's got all tatted up all over the place. What's your expert opinion? Do you think there's a link?
With him getting tattoos?
Yes.
As far as
the excessive amount of tattoos he's got.
Trying to get women's attention to that?
Isn't that one of the techniques?
No.
I got tattoos.
From my observation, tattooing is...
you don't have a tattoo on your face, though,
it's like a hobby.
Yeah. Okay.
People just tend to, they get one, and they want another one, and it just keeps going. I mean, there could be some individuals out there, but for the most part, I think tattooing is just an expression of, the fun of getting it done. There's a high that goes with it. People, ask you questions. I mean, it's a great opener.
Right.
How many tattoos do you have? He gets that asked every day.
So you don't think that has any subconscious motivation there?
It could. It depends on the individual,
right?
No. I hate tattoos personally. Yeah. I mean, maybe like a paw print over here or something on a girl, but that's about it.
Well, we're talking about on guys, though, not girls.
Yeah, no.
Now you look like you got younger. What did you do? Did you go for some kind of plastic surgery since last time we saw you?
No, I dropped 10 pounds. So when I drop weight, I tend to look a little younger.
So what are you pushing 50 right now?
Yeah, about 60 pounds.
About 60. He knows he's younger than that. What do people say to you when you go up to? Because I know you like to ask people, how old do you think I am? Right?
20. You get 26 sometimes, but 20 to 32.
Jeff, the producer, how old do you think Jeff Magic is? Looks, I should say, looks.
I don't know, look at me. 29.
Jimmy the Bull. How old does Jeff Magic look to you?
I would say 47.
47. Then you must be 96, bro.
He's close, 45.
You gotta go there, right, Jeff?
He's close, 45.
I'm part of the team here. He ain't. All right?
Jeremy, the casting director. How old does Jeff Magic look to you? You're a young guy.
36.
36?
Wow.
I'm going to say like maybe 31. Brian Harris?
38.
He looks 38 to you. Okay. No love from the panel, Jeff.
That's okay.
What's new in your life? What's new in the pickup world or the dating coaching world, as you like to call it? And what's with the white jacket? Is that for attention?
It's like a fucking waiter on a fucking cruise ship.
But this isn't white. This actually isn't white. This is actually a leather jacket. What's wrong with you?
Sorry, man.
It's all right. He's chewing on retard pills.
That's just my personality. I can't help it.
Is that leather? That thing?
This is leather, yeah, and this is a white T-shirt and black jeans.
Is that a good look for guys to wear?
Oh yeah, white.
Would you wear that out to a club?
I do, yeah. It's an incredible tool.
What do women say to you when they see you in that?
You know, it's so weird because it's.
They see him coming a mile away with that fucking jacket.
It sounds racist, but Black and Hispanic people actually come up to me a lot more, and they're like, "Wow, those are some really seriously cool threads." So white people, not so much.
But do you like the more Spanish
I've had people stop me dead center.
I think he's fucking Cuban with that thing.
Dead center,
he just needs a cigar.
and be like, "Those threads are unbelievable." Yo, Miami Vice in the house, like just stopping me.
Right.
And, you know, it is what it is, but it works out great. It's a great conversational piece, and boom, they're there, you know, instead of walking around with a cowboy hat on or whatever. It's.
Now, what's the purpose? Is that to attract attention, right?
Yeah, but I personally like
No, I know you do, but I'm saying that's a technique that you guys utilize.
Oh, yeah, there's all kinds. Everybody does. Women put on makeup, you know.
What do you do, Brian Harris?
We all try to stand out.
To attract it. Well, I guess you don't need to attract attention because you got tattoos on your face.
Right.
So in essence, that might be his.
No, why would that attract attention? Because he's got a little.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. I know you for a long time.
Let me tell you
got nice parents. Who puts tattoos on their face in this day and age, aside from Mike Tyson?
Lee Priest. I was actually
Lee Priest.
just. You know, to break from the norm, you know, I just don't like the people who are like lemmings, you know, I don't like that.
Well, it's because you wanted to attract attention.
Well, no, I guess that's also what drew me to bodybuilding. I like, you know, I've always been some not follow, you know, 9 to 5 and lemmings, you know, I don't like that. Getting the rat race type of thing. I work in a cuticle. I just never been like that.
Right. Because you know, it's not like you can go and get an office job now that once you put that on your face, right?
Yeah, probably. I can't be an attorney. I probably a lot of things. They won't hire me for a lot of things.
Right. Have you noticed that? Have you gotten resistance?
Oh, yeah.
Have you been discriminated against because of that?
No, absolutely. 100%.
And you get pulled over a lot more by cops too, right? And
everything always. Like gang tattoo. I covered up. These were teardrops. I covered those up.
Okay, so what goes through your head when I'm always fascinated by people's mindset. Jimmy, I'm getting a little excited here.
I see that. Maybe those tattoos are working.
Yeah. Doesn't it interest you? You don't have tattoos on your face.
No.
Would you ever get any?
No, because I have a very good-looking face. I really want to.
Well, he's a good-looking guy.
He is a good-looking guy. But
so why do you think he put tattoos on his face then?
Like he said, he wants to, you know, he's pushing the envelope. A little something instead of the arm. The guy with the spider web on his elbow, all that bullshit, you know.
I'll tell you what, it kind of, when I started to see, when I see guys with arm tattoos and stuff, I always just, push the envelope. I just always wanted to go.
Are you going to get more on your face?
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Because the last time I saw you, what'd you add to the top? What's that up there on the other side there?
Fuck the world.
Fuck the world. He's got the FTW too. Jimmy's got it right on the ring there. What? See his little ring there? Zoom in on that.
FTW?
FTW, yeah. So he's got it on his face.
I got it over here too.
You sure Jimmy didn't punch you in the face?
Yeah. Show him that ring.
I think you punched him in the face, and that's why he's got that mark on there.
Well, it would have been backwards then.
Yeah, that's true, Jeff. Very, very wise.
My mother came out with faith, trust, wisdom. She wrote a whole list of things that could be.
Now, what's
that's what I tell like old ladies.
What's with the fuck the world? What does that mean, Jimmy?
Just means fuck them, man.
Right.
Fuck the system. Fuck everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I have
fuck them in
their ass. Tattoo over here.
Take the jacket off. Let's see, because people don't know you're really tatted up, pretty good.
Fuck everybody.
Still, he seems to look at a good physique. See? Now, what does that say?
Fuck the system over here.
Okay.
Fuck the system. And a picture of Lenin.
That's not Hitler, is it?
Lenin.
Oh. What's your attraction to Lenin?
Here.
Jimmy, you know who Lenin is, right? He was the guy in Russia.
Lennon. John Lennon. That's the only Lennon I know.
This is very rebellious stuff.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit.
A little bit. This is rebellious.
That's good, man.
This is from.
He's got the balls to put it on him. You know, people
What
wouldn't do
does
that.
that say? Can't waste a day when the night
brings a hearse. It's from the Rage Against the Machine lyrics.
Okay. Is that too extreme for you, Jimmy?
No, man.
You'd put that on it.
I got a lot of friends like that. Well, I'm going back. I'm getting the guy in the motorcycle is a Death Rider. He's got this skeleton with
Yeah.
I got
Ghost Rider.
The Ghost Rider. Yeah, I got flames coming out of the back wheel.
Yeah.
And it's gonna say "Ride to Hell, Die in Flames." That's what I'm getting on my own. Just going right over here.
We have a lot of rebellious people. Now, Jeff, you have no tattoos,
Fuck
right?
you. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I don't have any tattoos.
Would you ever get any?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if I was, if I saw something that stood out.
Over here it says.
You know, if I may say, Dave, I think it's
He's got fuck the norm.
Fight the war. Fuck the norm. That's from.
You got a shave. What's with the hair?
fucking to shoot them, kill them all, let God sort them out.
I'm completely taken aback here. We got to take a break. I gotta have another drink and collect myself. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Thanks for watching the Heavy Muscle Show on RxMuscle.com.